Greetings, dear brothers and sisters, dear sons and daughters in the light. I am Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great. And what a great blessing you have for being present with the divine. How beautiful you are to us. For each one of you is a precious jewel shining in the universe. And when you are here with us, we create more beauty within you. We awaken your deeper gifts, and we give you greater knowledge of how important you are. We awaken you from your beautiful sleep, so that you stand in the beauty and the power together into the great love. These times are true blessings for you, as we are guiding you to greater ways of peace and love within yourselves and upon your plane. Blessed are those who are open to these most beautiful teachings. For these teachings, they give you freedom and love. They help you to understand your deeper life and how you can grow with deeper healing and happiness. They give you greater purpose, so that you see your beauty within you. For each one of you is beautiful. So welcome to these healing spaces. Welcome to these great teachings. What will you learn this evening? First, you will learn how blessed you are for being present with divine beings. You will learn to stand in your own healing power, to heal your life, to become more powerful within yourself, to help you to reach spaces within that are beautiful for you, because you are. You will learn more about consciousness, flows of people, how you are related to the stars, the star beings, how beautiful you are in the universe, and also how to have greater peace within you, no matter what happens in your most beautiful life. Are you ready to power up your knowledge, friends? Are you ready to receive greater healings and blessings, and to stand in your own light and to say, I am blessed to be alive during the greatest times in mankind's history? For in the times of the great awakening, I will see myself grow with so much beauty and healing. I am so blessed. I will step back now for a few moments to allow Sarah, Pleiadian High Priestess, to come through for you with a great blessing to help you awaken to beauty within. And then I shall return. Greetings, I am Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great. Greetings.
Komoha Halima. Greetings, I am Sarah, Pleiadian Master, Pleiadian Guide, Pleiadian Beautiful Being of light, like you are too. I wanted to bring something different through this evening, to help you to walk in another way of life, to help you to understand that you must become more flexible with your thinking. For you walk in your most beautiful ritual every day. You do the most beautiful things every day. And here I am helping you to understand that it is so important to learn, to grasp that it is beautiful to see yourself from a whole other angle. We as Pleiadians of love want to share so much with the people that you are more than the human that you think you are. You have so many different roles to play. And if you knew all the roles that you have and that you will grow into and that you will become, you would accept this higher knowledge and say, Sarah, Pleiadian High Priestess, I am willing to see myself play a whole other tune of light each and every day. We as Pleiadians work hard at this. When we have little ones at our schools, they need to introduce themselves with a whole other manner each day. One day it will be their personal name, and then the next day it will show another angle to that most beautiful person. We ask them to take them into the future. What will you become, dear one? And then take on that higher personality. And in this way, their mind becomes so flexible with knowledge. So I ask you as a Pleiadian High Priestess and a Pleiadian High Master, how would you introduce yourself to the Pleiadians? Would you say, I am this and that is it? Or how would you introduce yourselves to us? So please take on this lesson. Please become more flexible within your mind as who you are. And if you had a most beautiful Pleiadian being of light in front of you, how would you introduce yourself? And if you needed to introduce yourself to Pleiadians in a different way each day of the week, would you be able to do that? Now I really have you thinking. So I would like to bring this blessing to people, to open up your mind to who you are, because this evening you will learn so much about yourselves, and you will discover deepest secrets of yourselves. So open the mind, open the heart, and allow this healing to become a part of you. I am Sarah, Pleiadian Master, Pleiadian Guide, and I am a Pleiadian High Priestess. Greetings.
Greetings, dear brothers and sisters, dear sons and daughters in the light. I have returned. I am Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great. And again, I would like to state how blessed you are for being present here with us. For when you are in these divine spaces, you are learning so much about truth, love, light, existence, empowerment, your history, and the divine universe. For all was created to become more perfect. And you are already perfect in the eyes of the great divine. And you are here to expand in your deeper perfection, in your deeper knowledge, your deeper power, your deeper love. For love, as you know, is the greatest universal power in all of existence. And you came from pure love consciousness. You are here to learn to express the divine love within you. You are here to find the divine love within you and to express it collectively. And when you can do this, friends, your earth will express its divinity along with you. And there will be no more suffering. And there will only be peace and love upon your earth because it will express your consciousness. You are here to find that truth within you. You are here to examine all energies upon your plane. You are here to examine what is truth to you and what is not. You are here to look at all sides of life. What is not? How could that be? That is part of me. These are the same questions that the people had 2,000 years ago when my channel Jesus was walking upon your plane. Lord Jesus, how do you know what is truth? You speak these most beautiful words from this divine being called Emmanuel. When you speak, they are part of you. And you are part of that is so mighty and beautiful. And we see you glowing in the light. We know it is true. We know you are true. But how do I know it is truth for me? How do I know that you're speaking about me, finding my truth? And then how can I stand in my truth? How can I learn the higher ways? For my higher ways, it doesn't seem possible to live in them. For it is all very beautiful to come to you and to sit here. And then I go back to my village. And I listen to all the others talk and moan and groan. and they have all their suffering, and then I come back to you and you speak all this wisdom and light and beauty, and I believe it. But then I go back to the village and I feel so closed, and my heart cries, and I long to be part of that, Lord Jesus. These were the conversations that Jesus had many a time with his followers. For when they were around in the presence of Jesus, they could feel the flows of the divine coming through. And they felt so blissful and so much love and peace. It was as if a whole new dimension was created, a hideaway dimension, hiding away from the world. And then they stepped back into their reality, as it were, and they found it so difficult to cope with. The people here in New Zealand, they also feel these same ways. But they will sit in the divine, glorious energies all weekend, where it is peace and love and flows divine. And they feel the truth within them so strongly. And then they step out into the world, and they will say the same. Oh, those energies are so divine. And I know that is part of my truth. But when I walk back into the world and into my job, and I hear all the moaning and the groaning around me, it's so difficult. And so how do you define your truth? And how can you take the higher truth that you know within your most beautiful life, so that you can learn to integrate with it more into your life, so that you can benefit from the highest of energies and keep the heart awakened? So as you can see, dear children of light, the situation here in the times of the Great Awakening is the same as the times of Jesus. Many parallel existences are here. And so I will take you to the teachings of Jesus and then bring them forward into time. And each time I would like to state the teachings of Jesus in my teachings to help you understand that Jesus was my channel. And here in this time, I sent Suzanna, Maria, Emmanuel to your plane to bring through my energies and my teachings. And like in the days of Jesus, when there was no other channel designated to bring my teachings and my energies through, and this time she is the only one also designated to be the channel for the divine Lord, sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, for the great purpose to guide you to the light kingdom, so that your earth will be filled with love and peace. The people back then, 2,000 years ago, believed it. They heard Jesus teaching about the kingdom constantly. Happy is the one that hears these teachings. For the ones who are humble will inherit this plain. They will inherit the earth. And look, everything will be given to them. There will be no more shortage. There will be no suffering. Even the deaths will no longer be as you know it. There will be no longer sickness.
Some of them laughed at these teachings. Jesus, how can you promise that? Then he would say, it is not me, the man, that promises it, but it is the divine that speaks through me who promises it. For no man can give you salvation. It is only the great divine that can lead you to the greater path of salvation and of light. Not once did Jesus ever say that he was the Savior or that he would die for mankind. He always taught the same. Find the truth and the love and the flows of the greatness within you, and you will find your freedom. Go back into yourselves and find what is your truth. Awaken the most glorious heart that you have. Go back into your heart. Draw back from your world. Feel the flows of the Father within your heart. For when you feel the flows of the Father within your heart, you know you are not separated from the Father. For the Father is within each one of you. Feeling separated is not truth. It does not give you freedom. It gives you a limited viewpoint of all of life. Learn to become one with the Father and you will have everything. You will have power. You will have love. You will have glory. And then you can take the energies that you know so well as your truth and experience them in your everyday life. You do not feel them in your everyday life, dear brothers and sisters, then go back into your chambers, into your private chambers. Go back into the heart. Feel your heart beating with the love. Allow it to become one with a great Father who loves you so much. And then you will experience the great oneness. And then it does not matter whether you're in these energies that you're experiencing or in the energies of your family and your most beautiful people around you. For you are here to teach them how to find it. This is why you came here to this plane, to teach them how to find the deeper peace and the unity within you. And then to teach them that they are one with the Father also, for all the children of the light are part of the Father, and the Father is within each child of the light. Now go and teach this to others. So then Jesus walked away. This is how he would teach. He would bring through his teachings and then tell them to go away. And of course, as you can imagine, it left the people stunned. So they looked at each other and they often said, what was that man talking about? Now we've been told to go back and teach these teachings. Can you understand it? So they gathered into small groups and then they debated among each other what Jesus actually meant. So then you had different viewpoints coming out. Well, I think Jesus meant this. And no, I think Jesus meant this. And then they started having arguments between each other. So they would go back to Jesus. Jesus, can you go over those points? Because my brothers don't relate to those points. And how can we teach our people what you're teaching without us understanding? So this would be the following teaching. Understand, dear ones, that truth is within you. The Father is within you. And he is within your most beautiful heart. And when you awaken to truth within you, you will find the Father within you. And that the Father has always been a part of you. For in truth there is no death and there is no suffering. You are one with the Father. Go and relate this to the people. Now I'm taking these teachings to your time now. In your time you can understand them more. For you are more open-minded. But imagine the people 2,000 years ago, they didn't understand anything. Not as much as you do. Because they were under the burdens of their religious leaders. And to them life was suffering.
So here was the strange man Jesus talking about freedom and finding a freedom and a Father within them when they felt limited and they didn't understand anything about the oneness and the glory and where they were from. So as you can understand, all these teachings were strange. And some of them thought he was absolutely mad. And then they started fighting among each other. And then the teachings became even greater, because then one believed that they were greater than the other. And then Jesus had to go and teach them again. You're the same as each other. No one is greater than another. For how can you, when the Father all exists in you at once? So no one is greater than another. You are all equal. I am part of you and you are part of me. On this plane, we are the same. For when the Father exists in me, he exists in you too. So here I am teaching you something that is so beautiful, and you already know it so well. Do you understand the teachings of Jesus 2,000 years ago? Do you understand that you are so beautiful within you? That you are part of the great divine? And that the great divine is a part of you? And that you are a child of the great divine? And when you speak to yourself, do you speak to yourself with that love? How would you speak to the divine being, friends? Would you speak ruthless? Would you slam the face, the door on a divine being? If a divine being would knock on your door, what would you do? We as divine beings don't want you worship, so please never worship angels. We would say, however, go and find the angel within you and learn to celebrate the divine within you and see that divine spark within you and allow it to grow. For when you recognize your divinity within you and you're so forgiving of your human self, then your divinity becomes greater and you will stand in a greater glory and in a greater power, and you will say, just like Jesus did, I am perfect, as the Father in the heavens is also perfect. For I am one with a great perfection in the heavens. Now I, as Sovereign Lord, Emmanuel the Great, am asking you, can you do this, dear friends? For when you do this, you are unlocking a great key within you. And that is the key of eternal love and in eternal healing. For the eternal healing does not lie in another person. It never has. It is part of you. You are the eternal healing for yourself. And when you understand the healer within, you will be able to heal and become so much love for yourself that you will radiate the joy out to others. And yes, you may feel the harsh energies outside of you, and then you will withdraw into your own rooms and feel the love glowing within your own heart and say, Father in the heavens, become a greater part of me, so that I may be a healer for my own life and teach other people around me also to become the healers for their lives. For this is why I came here, to learn to celebrate my divinity within me. Thank you, dear Father in the heavens. When you reach this very important stage, you will feel an enormous glow of love growing within you. And you will be so blessed by the archangels. And you will feel the truth growing within you more and more. And it
does not matter what happens in your world around you. That internal love truth will become such a strong part of you. And at times you will be swayed like the waves of the ocean. And then you will find you will anchor deep within that truth again. And you will go within you and connect to your divinity and say, Father, allow me to have the peace and the love within me to radiate the healing to others and to myself. I forgive all the pain and all the anger around me. For me, it does not exist anymore. What exists for me is my eternal strength and love and connection to divine truth. Thank you, dear great heavens, for teaching me this. If everybody could learn to play life like this, you would find that your consciousness would heal, and you would find that peace and love would be upon your plane, because the conditions upon your plane are not real. They play in the minds of the people. And when enough people upon your earth learn to come back to the peace and the love and forgive all the pain around them and bring in divine truth and divine healing within them and connect to the deep divinity, you will see the great change happening. These are the same teachings as Jesus brought through 2,000 years ago, and yet they are now in greater depth because you understand it more, and they apply to you much more in your life than in the life of Jesus 2,000 years ago. And often Jesus would become frustrated too. Yes, he became frustrated as he was channeling the words through. He would often hear himself say, "The great time will come upon your plane when you will see the end of the suffering. All the people who bring you into the pain now will rise into the light, and they will bring so much forgiveness to themselves, for they will see all the errors and their ways. Happy is the one who can see this. Go and forgive your brother and your sister for causing you pain." And then he would quietly say to me, the Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, "Lord Emmanuel the Great, you speak such beauty through me. When are the people going to see this? For I, as a human, cannot see the end of the times when pain and suffering will no longer be." This is exactly how he said it to me. And I would say, "Dear son, stand in your power and in your truth. For all things that I speak through you must take place, whether it is now or the time's coming. For there is no time. All you need to do, dear Jesus, is to stand in your truth and to keep speaking the words of the great divine being. That is all that's required from you. Now go back to the villages and speak some more." This was the life of Jesus. So as you can see, the frustration of him was great. So part of the life lessons of that time of Jesus was to learn to be patient with the divine and to understand that it might not be in his lifetime. That he may be speaking about something that was going to happen a very long time into the future, sometime later, that it was all prophetic. And so it was. So as you can understand, now you can see everything. Through these teachings I'm giving you, you can understand more about the life of Jesus. I'm taking you back to those times. I'm taking you into the mind of the man who channeled the words through. I'm helping you to understand something so holy, and that you are all perfect, and that you have the keys within you to create love and peace for your own life. So become so grateful to these times. Forgive everything. Forgive your brothers and your sisters. Forgive your past all the time. For when you forgive, you let it go. Give it to us. Give it to the divine. Say, Lord Emmanuel, I forgive these things. Now give me healing, please. For when you come into the forgiveness, your healing strength will become much greater. So learn to let go. Learn to breathe with the light. Every day bring in more light. Ask the angels to surround you. Give you strength. Angels, give me strength. Give me peace. I bring in light. I bring in peace. I bring in wisdom. I bring in forgiveness. I bring in strength. I bring in love. I bring in joy. Thank you, dear angels. You can ask for anything. Open your heart to the angels and they will give you healing. Learn to forgive, however, brothers and sisters. Don't hold on to your pain. And many of you are suffering from past lifetimes and you don't even know it. If you feel the suffering from something that you're not aware of, say, I release it now from whatever dimension, from whatever universe, from whatever lifetime it is. I release it. I give it up. For it is now my time to celebrate my divinity within me and to find the healing power within me. And you will find greater freedom because you are setting yourself free and standing in your greatest truth. So go and practice these things, dear friends, and you will find that your life will become more beautiful, more empowered, more enriched, more great, and so much more in love with you, with your divinity. Greetings, I am Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great.